Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am so very excited for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Unbelievably, excruciatingly. I literally think about it every time I go to bed, every time I wake up, during lunch, during dinner, throughout my work. I can't stop thinking about this game, the content I'm gonna make about it, and just playing it for hours on end. But what makes this game so special? Why am I literally jittering at the thought of it? Well, there's a few things. For one, I've been waiting for this for years. I was an avid fan of Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. I unfortunately did not get to play the Budokai Tenkaichi games, 1, 2, and 3. I played Ultimate Tenkaichi, but that one was kind of bad. That was literally just rock, paper, scissors simulator. Not very good. But Raging Blast 2 was sort of the successor to the Budokai Tenkaichi series, right? It's like the same team, same engine, etc., etc. It's basically the same game. And my God, what a fun time. 182 characters. That's insane. And I know, a lot of them are transformations, so it's really just like 120, 130 maybe. I don't know the exact amount it would be if you kind of paired the transformations and fusions all together into one, kind of organize them a little bit better. But that's still a ton of just character fighter people. The roster's missing quite a few fighters that, I'm very curious. Where's, what's his name? Tao, the assassin guy? Where's him? I want to fly on the log and do the thing. Not a lot of OG Dragon Ball reps. I don't think there's really any, actually. I'm sure we'll get that in a DLC. I'm actually suspecting for one of the later DLC packages, because obviously the ones we're getting, near launch is Daima and the superhero movie. But I'm suspecting in the future they're going to do some kind of past and present DLC, where they have OG Dragon Ball, and then if they get the rights to it, the manga characters. I know they haven't been animated yet, but come on, you gotta know who the voice actor from Moro and all those people are gonna be eventually, right? And then just add them in. I wanna play as Black Frieza, please! I'm begging you! An Ultra Ego Vegeta? Oh my God, imagine doing Ultra Instinct versus Ultra Ego. Actually, how would that even work? Because obviously they like to put the mechanics in. Ultra Ego revolves around Vegeta getting his ass beat, so then he becomes stronger. It's basically like a Super Zenkai, right? He's really durable, and just the more punches he takes, the more he can dish out. I guess maybe the lower life he is in the, in game, or maybe the harder the hits he takes, he gets really big buffs temporarily, maybe. I would like to see how they would kind of, attack that transformation in game, because they've been doing really good with the, mechanics. Whis just has auto dodge all the time. That's amazing. Oh, Dakota, what about balance? Listen, all right, first off, in the competitive modes, they're gonna have, skill points, not skill points, but sort of ratings. I think it's called demolition points or destroyer points. I don't know. It's like DP, where basically every character has a ranking. And when you make a team, because there's teams, I think you can have up to 5 people. You can only have a certain number of DP on your team. So, okay, I want to go Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Vegito Blue. That's your whole team right there, probably, right? Because that's a huge amount of power just on one thing. Whereas you could, maybe have an ace up your sleeve with Beerus, and then have a bunch of jobbers like Saiyaman, Frieza Soldier, maybe Krillin, Tien. I really can't wait to see how that turns out, because that's a really interesting thing to kind of try and balance it, right? For an actual ranked mode. And to be honest, I'm gonna call it, there actually might be a competitive scene for this. Obviously, it's a fighting game, so there's gonna be some kind, but a lot of people look at this and think, okay, it's just button mashing. But if you played Raging Blast 2, if you played these Budokai Tenkaichi games, right, you'll notice, okay, it has a really, really low floor for entry, right? Anyone can play these games and have a good time and pilot the characters correctly, right? Because there really isn't a lot of combos say Mortal Kombat or Injustice and stuff like that, Street Fighter, Tekken, etc., where you have to read books of combos and different button combinations. but where the real skill that is actually applied into this game comes with resource management, reaction times, and positioning, which honestly I like a lot more as someone who kind of leans toward platform fighters a little bit more in comparison to, you know, traditional combo focused fighting games, which is very strange considering my origins do go back to Mortal Kombat. I did play that a ton, especially MK9, but I definitely like the, you know, more positioning, reaction based kind of neutral game type games, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, like, you don't really care about the combos, right? Like when you get in, you're just getting in to get the damage and then you react. So instead of putting someone in an infinite combo in this game, you'll hit them, they burn a vanish, then you burn a vanish, then, you know, you have to start reacting to each other now and stuff like that. Dodging super attacks, dodging ki blasts, dodging, I forget what it's called, you know, when you charge towards someone like really quickly, you know, when you kind of lock onto them and go and they go over there. That was really helpful, I'm sure. Homing dash, I think it's called, something like that. That might be Sonic, but it's very similar, right? But yeah, the ceiling of skill is actually pretty high for you know, you wouldn't suspect it to be like this. And yeah, the balancing, it's never going to be perfect. The DP system helps a lot. And again, like I said, the skill floor and ceiling, you know, help again with people playing the game just in general, just have fun because it's a Dragon Ball game. Obviously, it needs to be fun for casual players. But for competitive, it's not supposed to be a competitive game, but I think we've gone really far away from what makes a good competitive game and just like a good sport game in general. Just because something isn't balanced doesn't mean it can't be a good esport. Although, not an esport, because obviously we don't need whole on like TSM, Cloud9 teams for this thing, right? But having like tournaments and, you know, some kind of competitive scene would be healthy for the game, I'm not gonna lie. It would be fun to watch, you know, the top tier, tippy top of players go head to head against each other for cash prizes, right? Kind of like how Smash does it. But it doesn't need to be super balanced, all right? Look at Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That game is a balanced nightmare, absolute atrocity, and I love it. It is a fantastic spectator sport, and people still play it because the game's fun and fun to watch. Guess what Dragon Balls pretty much has locked in? I'm excited to see where this game goes. I'm very excited to make constant content for this. I'm honestly being kind of lazy. I should be making little, oh my god, this trailer was fantastic type videos or pointing out, you know, little mechanics, and I might get into that tomorrow. But honestly, I just wanted to make this to just talk about it, you know? I am incredibly excited about this game, and I wanted someone to talk to, but I can't talk to anyone right now because no one's home, so I'm talking to you guys now. My name is Dakocity Live. If you want to see me play Core Keeper, I have a little, you know, gameplay series on the channel. And like and subscribe if you want to see more Dragon Ball content, because there's sure as hell gonna be more. Stay tuned for that. I promise you it's gonna be fantastic. I am going all out with this game, I promise. I have been a gigantic Dragon Ball fan my entire life. This series has a gigantic just place in my heart. Did I say gigantic twice? That's not good English. I would get a C on a paper if I wrote this down for, you know, class, college. What am I talking about? I love you guys. See you in the next video. I know this was literally just me yapping. But hey, you know, if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it, right? I enjoyed it. I can't wait, dude. I have to wait 7 more days for this. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.